Texas and Ravens. So we've got to talk about a little bit more young quarterback action with Stroud up against Jackson here, certainly. The line has moved off the double digits here a little bit. Usually, Mindy, double-digit division or double-digit road dogs, pretty strong usually. But here now it's down to single digits, so maybe throw those out the window a little bit. But still, I'm not sure. Definitely the biggest. Here's the other great thing. Even if a couple of these matchups are kind of they're close, it's going to be an exciting day on Sunday to start the year. This one notwithstanding, it might not be. What do you got?
Well, I mean, I feel like this spread's a little high, right, for me, but I think it's reasonable all at the same time. But I do remember last year you have the Texans team that covered a lot of games there at the end of the season. The Chiefs, notably, I'm pretty sure we were on that one when they were getting about 12. So it's not one that I think too many pro teams get blown out by 10 points or more. But I think if it was going to happen, it would probably be more or less the Ravens, right? So I'm kind of unsure here what I'm going to take a look at on the side, but I do think this one here is going to be to the under. It is 7-4 to the under when you have an opening line of 44. It's kind of like what you were talking about there. If we just kind of take a look at some of these trends that happen in the NFL regarding these opening line numbers, I think this Ravens defense is going to be tough, a tough task here for Stroud, but I'm interested to see how it goes. But I'll take the under.
It is interesting that you mentioned it. Yeah, I'll continue a little bit on some of that because you did take the under here in this one, and you got Stroud in there. How is he going to fare against this Raven? Hey, I don't know if it's a big deal, but the Ravens have lost 2 straight games, and those were preseason games. We know how important that is for the Ravens. I'm kidding, but
not at the same time, right? I mean, they had that streak forever,
right? So we'll see. But here's the other thing about that is that the Ravens are actually one of the strong. They're 6-1 against the spread last 7 years in Week 1, but they're just absolutely dismal as home favorites. They've covered just 10 of their last 13. So not great. Now, this has been a disaster trip. Texans would make to Baltimore.
Did you see that was Week 1's? It was
Ravens 6-1 against the spread.
You said they were 10 of their last 13. Was that in just Week 1?
That was last 2 years. Baltimore is 3-10 against the spread as a home favorite.
Home favorite. Gotcha.
Yeah. But I do want to add, this was the one that caught my eye because you mentioned that you preferred the under in this game and non-division. Let's see. This is a strong situation when you have these double-digit underdogs on the road. Usually is a little bit of an under situation. So that's kind of what kind of stands out to me because I'm going to see how their line goes. My indicators are that maybe it's over. I'm going to end up on Houston here, getting the points. And yeah, I mean, I'll probably even have to buy it up to at least get over that 10.5 now if it's gone down. NFL, I'm not screwing around. Don't know if you know this, but the games seem to land on, kind of the same numbers. You can only score points in 3s and 7s and 1s and 2s. Apparently 6, 6s and 1s and 3s and 2s. So they kind of end up in one spot. I'm going to take the Texans here, give them a chance to hang in their professional football. Come on, what are you guys doing in the chat? Let's see here. Appreciate you guys kind of coming in with the plays here now. Burley overslept after the Thursday night game. He was having a good time.
Everyone's got a case of the Fridays. So.
Maybe that's what it was because we're not quite up to our other numbers. I know there's other shows that are, this is the time of year we're here every day, Mindy. It's like 300 now. We're going to be here every day. But
that's right.
I know there's some other shows that kind of go on. Here's an over, but here's an under. And who said take the Ravens? Ravens. Well, blowout. I think he means lay the points, but I mean, he's saying blowout. Yep. We're over here. Okay. And we've got Burley. He's taking the dog. Certainly. Yeah. Yeah. Burley. Well, not always. I'm right. I mean, when it says 9.5, I want it 10. And then, if I'm going to have to pay 20 or 30 cents, I'm probably going to do it. And I'll probably sprinkle a little more on the next one up as well and go to 10.5 or maybe some 11. In NFL football, I'm not put if I'm taking a round number like a $500 bet, I'm not going to go 500, boom, win or lose. I'm going to go 100, 200, maybe another two. I'm going to spread it around a little bit around that number in football because you only get so many chances. And we love football, but we only get so many games. Okay, Mindy, keep it going.